look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this reaction video, ladies and gentlemen especially, I want to teach you to stop forcing relationships. Stop forcing friendships, okay? I'll get further into that in a little bit. But I want to first teach you how to know when and when not to listen to what your woman is saying to you. Because not everything that they say is worthy of your ears, so to speak. But this one right here, you need to listen to her. So let me go ahead and use these people as an example. 1 second, I'll put on the screen. Boom. Now I want you to see this man beg this woman, because I used this many months ago, but I want to dive deep in it. Watch this man beg this woman to do something.
Guys, if we start dating,
and I don't believe in marriage anymore. What the fuck you telling me? All right, so it's right now.
If you like me, and we dating for 2-3 years, I don't get married, you're not gonna marry me?
And I said I don't want to be married. Everybody's different.
I'm
already married.
I want to get married and have a family with you. We're getting married. Why do you think that's your saying?
Because it's me.
No, it's not.
Then we not.
This woman just told him that she does not want a marriage. She does not honor a marriage. And that's her right to feel that way. The problem is when a man is trying to force a person, especially a woman, to do something that he wants her to do, okay? This is when you need to listen to a woman, gentlemen. When women say things like that and they are passionate about that, and if they are saying something that they know is going against what you want, you should listen to that, okay? Even if they're joking about it. If you say, I want a woman that will clean up around my house, and she jokingly says, boy, your mama don't live here, you should listen to that. Anything that a woman says to you that is adversarial or against anything that you hold dear, whether or not the delivery system is humor or just blatant disrespect or just straight shooting, you should listen to that. Now, you cannot force a relationship, gentlemen. You cannot force a relationship or a friendship. If you find yourself trying to force a woman to act right, that woman is not for you. Another way of trying to force a woman to do something is chasing her. You don't chase women. Any woman that you chase is a woman that don't want you. There's no such thing as a woman who is hard to get. If a woman desires you, she is not going to make it hard for you to get her. She will put herself in a position to be got by you. Do you understand me? You pursue a woman, meaning that she is showing you equal interest. She texts you about the same amount of time. She calls you about the same amount of time. She's trying to find out how to make plans with you about the same amount of times you're trying to make plans with her. That's pursuing a woman because she's showing you the same amount of interest. Chasing a woman is when it's one-sided, when you're doing all of the work, when you're doing all of the calling, when you're doing all of the texting, when you're doing all of the planning. And also when you're chasing a woman, she will flake on dates. Sometimes she won't pick up. Sometimes she won't text for hours on end. Sometimes she won't text you to the next day, but you're still trying to get her attention. You're chasing her. Now, when you're chasing her, again, you're trying to force an interaction between a person who doesn't feel the same way about you, or, excuse me, yeah, that's right, though. You're trying to force an interaction from a person who doesn't feel the same way you do about them. That's what I'm trying to say, excuse me. So this is when you should learn how to listen to a woman. You should also be able to listen to the words that are unspoken. Her body language will tell you a whole lot of things. How she roll her eyes, how she lift her head up, how she act kind of funny and all this other stuff. You should know how to listen to women that way too. Listen to their body language. Now this man, this is begging. This is chasing. This is forcing what he's trying to do here. Also, you do not force friendships. If you had a friend and they used to show you a whole lot of interest and then they got to a certain position in their life, now they don't want to fool with you, chances are they were using you to get to that position in certain situations. If you were the type of person that provided information, knowledge, money, transportation, and now they're in a position where they don't need your knowledge, information, transportation, and money, They won't always say, I don't want to be your friend. What they will do is distance themselves from you. You'll notice that they don't call you as much. You'll notice that they don't text you as much. You notice that when you try to meet up with them, they don't want to meet up with you as much. When they was in a place of need, they meet up with you for lunch. They meet up with you here and there. Just like in Niccolo Machiavelli say in the book, The Prince, he said that people are, I'm going to paraphrase, greedy, for gain, fickle, dissimilars. Dissimilars mean they have hidden agendas. Fickle mean that they are people who switch loyalties. One day they're loyal to you, and then the next day they're loyal to somebody else. They don't mess with you no more. They mess with these people over here. They are ungrateful. They are unthankful. Okay? These people will always serve their self-interest. I recommend, I don't got my book in front of me, I recommend that you read The Prince. I got one called The Prince and Other Writings that's written by Niccolo Machiavelli. That Machiavellian mindset is something that I do have. You know what I mean? And it's a great way to be. But some people think it's cold and harsh too, because some of the things that he wrote in there, and even that stuff I agree with. You have to understand human nature, y'all. If a person is telling you, like she is, something that you don't want, and she's standing on that, that's her true colors. Okay, now let's continue.
You're not getting married. It's not going to be me and you.
Oh my God, bro. You going to have to W. I'm the promotion. You going to have to W for everybody. Sorry, guys.
All right, and so eventually that will happen. Because I said I don't want to get married.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy to you.
Oh, is it not crazy?
If I'm doing everything I have to do, but I value marriage, and I want to get married, bro.
You say you're doing everything. I gotta see. You say it's
But we're
nothing, just like the
I
nigga
just
before.
gave you a hypothetical, bro.
And the nigga gave me a false dream too.
The
So
same nigga gave you a false dream.
just like you said, oh, I'm married, I'm gonna do everything for
Cut it
you.
out.
No,
Cut it out.
you don't know what's gonna happen
Cut it
eventually.
out.
Don't tell me cut it out. I said I don't want to get married.
And that should have been enough for him to understand. When she said she didn't want to get married, that's what it is. Sometimes gentlemen and women are both are guilty of that. You keep trying to make these people into who they are not. They are not these people that you want them to be. Okay? I'm gonna go and put this other person up here. Excuse me right quick. I want you to hear what this gentleman has to say. And he makes a very, very good point. Let's get it.
Everything, because I really feel like a lot of women be saying, hey, I want to be a wife, I want to be a girlfriend, I want to do all that. But I really feel like what they really want is intermittent companionship.
Okay, break it down.
They want dates, they want sex, they want somebody when they're lonely.
Okay.
Now notice what he said. He came to that conclusion from listening to their body language and their words and what they're doing. He knew how to be dismissive of what certain things they were saying. Because he's right. Women say they want a good man. They want a man to be like this and that. A lot of women don't want that because they know if they get with a good man, that good man going to provide structure, rules, regulation, and boundaries. They don't want that part of it. All they want from that man is some good, long, stiff wood, some company, some good vibes. And after that, that's it. Oh, they money, their resources, and their assets. They don't really want the man in character. They really want the man, his outward stuff. They want his external things. A lot of women are like that. They don't want you to come in there and be a man. They want you to look like a man, but they don't want you to be a man. And that's what we have a problem with today, because women want a man, but they want him to be a man. They won't let him lead. They won't let him be a person of authority and stuff like that, right? So you gotta learn how to listen to women, man, the good and the bad. And when you listen to someone long enough, you can tell what they are. I can sit with somebody for 15 minutes, man or woman, and let them just talk, that I can tell you where they at already. You get me? You got to learn how to be like that. You understand me?
Then they want that person to go home.
So they want the benefits.
I would say a lot. I'm just going to use the word a lot.
Ain't matter.
What percentage, y'all?
I'm going to say probably 70%. That's a lot.
Change that. I gotta disagree with that.
I don't think a lot of people put like this age. Let me back that up to age.
Okay.
A lot of women, let's say over the age of 35,
I'm feeling attacked.
who have not been in a healthy long-term relationship, don't know what the finish line or race even really look like.
Exactly. I'm gonna put this last gentleman up here because he made a lot of good points as well. Hope y'all doing good this morning. Hope y'all doing good this morning out there. Make sure it's on the screen. All right, let's get it.
So we was having a discussion last night, and the conversation got brought up on in relationships today. it's almost impossible to be in one because people doing whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, no matter when it's time to do it or where it's time to do it. People just doing whatever they want to do in relationships. And my response to that is, first of all, in a relationship, you got to find somebody who's locked in, who's done playing around, who's done with all the games out here, who really is mature enough to say, I can be with one person and one person only. That's the real deal. A lot of times, a lot of people get in relationships with people off of lust and off of, what they look like and what.
I covered that the other day. He doesn't use the same words that I use, but I call it commonality and compatibility. Most men, for those you don't know or did not hear, most people choose people based on commonalities and not compatibility. Compatibility is when your standards, your value systems, your principles harmonizes with the other person's standards, principles, and so on and so forth. Commonality simply means that y'all like the same things and that you dislike the same things. Most people are entering into relationships based on physical attraction and commonalities, not physical attraction and commonalities and compatibility. They just leave compatibility all the way out. Attraction is not meant to carry the relationship. Neither is commonalities. Commonalities is designed to make it sweeter, to make it more enjoyable, but it's not designed to carry the relationship. What carries the relationship is your compatibilities. Everything else is supposed to be cherries on top, because beauty and handsomeness, being handsome will fade in time as you get older. You get what I'm saying? And your likes and your dislikes tend to change as you age. There's some people who don't like eating English peas when they're 17, and then when they get 30, they love the hell out of English peas. So your likes and your dislikes changes as you get older. But your compatibility is the foundation to an extent of what will carry and sustain that relationship. So that's the biggest thing that we're dealing with and what people are dealing with. Lust and commonality. Can you dig it?
And what they, at the end of the day, man, a person got to have a pure heart. A person got to be genuine. A person got to be willing to actually physically want to sit down and be still and not run the streets and want to be out here and not be fascinated with the materialistic world. I'm going to put it like that. And the conversation we just brought up on, like, man, I'll say one thing, and it's like it go through one ear and out the other. First of all, you got to find somebody who's willing to listen when you talk. Because 9 times out of 10, while they talking, you listening. So you got to find somebody who's willing to listen while you talk. So at the end of the day, it don't matter what you're doing, it's how you do it. So you can't force somebody to be something. They got to already want to be that. You can't force somebody, if you got to beg somebody daily to change their ways and be a certain person for you. And man, I just want, and because eventually.
Exactly. It goes back to what I said before. Begging, forcing a person to be what you want them to be when that's not who they are. You got to stop begging people. You cannot force a relationship. You cannot force love. You cannot force friendship. Do you understand? So whenever you come across somebody, anybody in whatever relationship, be it an intimate partner relationship or just a friendship, if you find yourself having to force anything in that relationship, it's because they don't want to do it, or they're not interested in it. They're not feeling you, or they're not feeling that situation. Stay away from people that you have to force these type of things upon, okay? Use common sense when you deal with people, all right? If you got to tell a woman to stop acting like this, or a man to stop acting like this and stuff like that, then that person is not for you. And for a time, they may behave in the way that you want them to do because you have pressured them enough to do so, but it's going to end. It's only going to be for a certain duration of time that they'll keep up that facade or that certain behavior that you desire. But the real them will come out eventually. In other words, their true colors will come back out. You already seen the true colors before. And when someone show you their true colors the first time, believe them. But some of you are so in love with that person that even though when you see their true colors, you want to paint over the true colors. And now you want to put a new paint on it. You want to put a paint of loyalty. I want to make her loyal, so let me paint this color of loyalty on her. I want a woman that's going to be truthful. She lied a lot. Let me paint this color of truthfulness on her. When you see her true colors or his true colors, you believe him, kick rocks. Get them gone. Stop trying to force stuff, man. Anyway, I know sometimes You won't be able to do it if you're emotionally attached, but if you really love yourself, eventually you'll find the strength to come out of a bad relationship, okay? It just is what it is. Y'all take it easy now, you hear?